Greetings, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette, and this is my channel, Evolve with Monette. For those of you that are new here, I am a professional intuitive empath, and today I am so happy to share some energy and some wisdom with you from the lakeside. Give you a lakeside view. You guys know I often talk about grounding and connecting. And so today that's what I'm going to be doing with you. I'm in Michigan right now. I was up here for work and a vacation. Yesterday, I had an opportunity to film a commercial with a different company, and that is one I can't wait for you guys to see. It's just a little something, nothing big, and I will be part of a montage, so it's not just me. Full transparency. But in life, God will connect you with the people you're supposed to. And I was asked to do something because we had a great connection. And it's been a connection that's been worked on and built this whole year. And I was so happy to see it come to fruition. To have a beer, a glass of wine for me, a beer with the production team, and say cheers because this was a long held manifestation. And to do it in the state that the company is actually out of was even better. So I turned it into a two-in-one because I like to have a little fun. I am by this great tree, by the lake, and I am feeling great. And I've been working with clients a little bit. It's funny, I don't ever go anywhere and don't work. My family, all of them, including the kids, have been so on me about um, all the things. So we fished right from this edge here. Hi, Simbala. Hi, I didn't see what you said, but hold on one second, my love. Let me bring it back up. You have been missed. Mishy is one of my locations, Mega Freshwater Vibes. Cheers to you for your recent successes. Thank you so much, Simbala. My hands are up just like yours right now. I'll put them up. Hands up, Simbala. Thank you. Oh, ooh, and a little 4th of July vibe. You see, I was celebrating, y'all. I was celebrating the 4th with my nails. But yeah, it's been a lot of recent successes. I felt very good. Often we hide a lot of that stuff because people are not so uh, kind always and supportive. But when I'm here with you guys, I've never felt more supported and more blessed and more grateful. More grateful. I'm so grateful for you. But yeah, I'll get to share some of those things as they roll out within the next couple weeks. That should be edited and up for production. It may be something that you guys just see on your feeds if you're here on YouTube. Super excited about that. But in any case, what I wanted to say is that in working with the clients in the limited way that I have, when I have not been chastised by the kids, because I'm up here with a conglomerate of family. It's the first time we've got to see each other in full, in total, since the pandemic. And, we do it up in style. If there's a body of water, I gotta be by it. So we found this incredible place right on the lake, pontoons, all the things. It's been great fishing. If I'm out here long enough, you guys will see the kids run back in and fish. You know how YouTube is with kids and their policy, so I may have to turn it off if I hear them come in. Right now, they are at the fair, and I had to work. So, work I shall. And I actually have a client after this, a couple of clients actually. But in any case, what I will tell you is this with the client that I was working with the other day, this came up and it was on my mind, and my angels asked me to write it down. She was in a connection in a relationship where she felt like, and she's a viewer of the channel, so thank you for allowing me to share this here with all of you. Anyway, hi you. I won't say your name, but hi you when you're watching. But she's a viewer of the channel, and she said that she had been in relationship with many people, so from friendships to lovers or whatever, and they always had a way of trying to make her feel like it was them that needed her, right? Or excuse me, that it was her that needed them, excuse me. And so she had been in this space where she had really believed the hype of that. And how many of us here can relate, divine feminines? And Gilly, if you're here too, hi. Divine feminines, how many of us can relate to people having made us feel as though we were the issue maybe in a situation and complaining about us when really they were the issue, and they were doing a lot of projection. And something that we will do as empaths, and I really want to drive this home, is we will project our humanity onto people, and we will project our morals onto people. And usually we're dealing with toxic people devoid of that are actually attracted to us because we possess it. So for them, it's a really interesting thing because they want to come to us because it's not something that they're capable of giving themselves or doing themselves, you know? And so that is definitely something that she found herself in. And then what happened was she left the connection. We've been working together for a couple of years, and she left a pivotal connection. My sister-in-law is texting me right now that the fare is dry. She's like, "This is a friggin' dry fare." She's my spicy sister-in-law. There's a few of them here right now. But anyway, so um, I'm sure I'm gonna hear an earful when she gets home. In any case, uh, what we will do is kid ourselves that we are not the that we are not as good as we are because we are very humble and ever so modest. Well, y'all, if you come here, I don't traffic in that BS. It doesn't mean that you can't have some humility, of course, my loves. But if you are here, you are one of the best. And I mean that. I'm not just saying that. Many are called, few are chosen. I don't care what my subscriber count is. The way that I've connected with some of you has been so validating and lovely. Momo's happy place. If you're here, hello, sweetie. I've been out of like the world and just kind of trying to. I've been working a lot actually, and then trying to do this vacation thing, and it's been a longer one for me. But what I want you to understand is this: you have to know how much you will be missed when you leave somebody's life. If you live it right, and I know if you're here, you're living it right, my loves. If you live it right, when you leave somebody's life, the way they miss you causes ripple effects. Take a look at this lake that never end. Ripple effects in someone's life. And I'm not saying to do it just to be an ugly friend or a lover or a spouse or whatever you are, but stop second guessing how powerful your presence is. Stop second guessing how much you are needed and how much you are valued. I'm feeling valued now. I'm getting a lot of text right now. Um, and that one is from a really neat person. Stop second guessing how much you are valued and how much people understand what you can provide. A lot of these people that treated you badly were far better with you at their side because you were their strategist, their therapist, you were their friend, you were their companion. Some of you were their besties, maybe some of you were their lovers, some of them you were spouses, family members. I get a lot of calls regarding family members, a lot of letters. I do a lot of coaching regarding that. And you guys don't realize that you are the sauce, you are the dressing. When I come on here, it's always going to be to pop a little bit of ish and let you know that you are the blessing. And I don't think that you guys get that. You are really the blessing. People like to see you come around. You light up rooms. You hold it down. You are gracious to people. You create inroads and you create new neural pathways. You help people figure out problems. It's not just what you bring monetarily or energetically or sexually or emotionally or physically. It is a great pantheon of all of these things. And I don't want you to not give yourself the credit that you deserve because your energy makes people's heart sing. You are the sauce, my loves. You are the dressing. You are sometimes the meal. You are the table that they sit at. And you are the ones usually saying the blessing. Come on through. Come on through, full meal. Come on through, cornucopia. Yeah, you are all of that. And I just wanted to pop on here today to remind you that people made you think you needed them. And I certainly have been in that situation. I never come on here and chat with you about anything that I haven't experienced in full myself. And this is 100% a situation where I knew, I don't know why. You know what we'll do sometimes, guys? Let me just talk it through here with you. Is we'll make someone feel like they are valuable in our lives because of our codependency. Can we talk? Can we talk? Wasn't that R&B versus a disaster? If y'all know, you know. Okay, Marion and Mario is what it was, and it was a hot mess on one side and like a magic on the other. Also, the Tiny Desk by Usher, fantastic. Who's listening to R&B right now? Is it a Saturday and someone's listening to R&B? I wish I had my radio out here, but it would get copyright stricken, so I can't do that on YouTube. But yeah, a little good R&B. If you need some good R&B, go listen to a real master do his singing. Actually, um, oh, these are my confessions. Someone has some confessions to make. That's why they're. Oh, my angels are playing funny music games. So I'm getting some channelings about things that people would like to say to you about how they wish they would have treated you better and how you were their one and only boo. How they have not been able to replace you, move on after you. How no one else does the things you do in that special way that you did. Then you know that thing you did, that one trick, that one too. No one at all has been able to replace you. That's just a quick download for whoever it will be for as we watch these pontoons slowly drift by. You know, it's so funny. When you are in good energy and your spirits are high, blessings will come to you. I we you know, well, we're here, right? And I rented this Airbnb, and I wanted some place for the family to be able to fully gather. And as you can see, it's lovely and spacious. I'm gonna see if I can give you a quick look downstairs and see. So it's like a really lovely space, right? And the pontoons obviously are here, but they're not ours. Clearly, they are the owners. But one night we were going to dinner, and it's a huge group of us, and and we were like, we're gonna go to this place called the Tiki Bar, and the owners were like, oh, we know where that is. It's not far. We'll give you a ride. And we're like, give us a ride. We're in like several trucks and vehicles and stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, on our pontoon. And so, no joke, and I'll probably try to block out the faces of the kiddos, but I'll put it up on my community page. I think there's one with their backs turned to me because we were going to the sunset and they were looking, because it's really, parts of the lake are really shallow, and so we were looking at the turtles and the fish and all that stuff. So their backs are all to me as they're like bent over the boat looking at all of the sea life. But I'll definitely put a picture of that up so you can see. But it was such a blessing. The owners literally, for free, fired up their pontoon, that one down there. They fired up their pontoon, and they took us by boat, a little Uber taxi ride to the tiki bar, which is over there. It's over that way. And they took us to the tiki bar, and they sat there with their dog Sugar, who is freaking adorbs, and they waited while we had dinner, a huge group of us, and then they took us back. And so then we were coming back, and the constellations were out, and the two girls, the 10-year-olds, have an app on their phone, and I love constellations and the planetarium and all that stuff, so it's so right up my alley. I love these two girls. I've known them before they were even born. And they had their constellation apps on, and they were finding all these constellations, Virgo and Aquarius, and one of the girls is an Aquarius, one of them is a Capricorn. They were born a few weeks apart, and it was so adorable because the Aquarius is like, we are 6% in the world. Their Aquariuses are very rare. Maybe there's an Aquarius here watching in the playback, but Aquariuses are like the rarest like zodiac sign. Da 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 da. She was telling me about that. The other one is my rock star, and she's a Capricorn entrepreneur. She'll make $1 out of 50 cents for sure. Love that kid. And she was finding all her constellations and stuff, and it was just so fun. And it was like, you know, I felt young and I felt blessed, and that was just because we were a good vibe. Sometimes my sweet divine feminines and empaths, when you're a good vibe, blessings like that will happen. We're like, we shouldn't put this on the review, right? That you're giving free rides to the tiki bar. But he's like, no, I just love this group, and I love the energy of the group, and I love how respectful you were in the rental process and the whole thing. And yeah, magic happens. You get blessed and things come to fruition. So I had that beautiful sunset cruise with my entire family and their dog Sugar. It was a lovely couple, and they just waited. We couldn't believe it. We're like, can we bring you dinner? Can we bring you drinks? Can you want to join us for dinner? What can we do? And they're like, no, we'll just wait for you. Like, God will send you gifts when you're a good human. And I say that to say this. So many of you here watching are exactly that kind of good human. And people want to find ways to bless you. And it is such a wonderful thing to have people do to let them do, and a lot of us won't allow that. But when you notice those blessings are coming into your life, notice why they're coming. They're not coming because you caused strife or because you're a bad person. They're coming because you deserved it, because you have poured into people countlessly and relentlessly, and the universe finds little ways, I'm going to say, to sprinkle in a little magic for free. Gratis, okay? The universe will sprinkle in a little bit of fun and happy synergy, a little bit of magic and lovely connections, and people that validate you in ways that many wouldn't or couldn't because of their issues. Hello, scenery. Hi, MT. Yes, I thought I would share the beautiful scenery with you. I can't even believe it myself. We've been here for a good bit of time, and I am so chillaxed and decompressed and ready to get back to my grind. Even though I still was on somewhat of a grind when I was here. There was work to do for sure, but it got done, and I have no complaints. I'm sorry that the kids in my family are like, oh, not. It's not about the next fish. It's about spending time with us. Like the guilt trips, guys, have been immense, but I have to work, and I love what I do. And there are people that need me to. But I did readings out here, right down there, right down there. I sat in my little camping chair, and I was doing readings by the lake until the bugs were trying to like carry me away. Wow, mosquitoes hit different in Michigan. Like I'm a Florida girl, and like the bug bites that I have are like out of this world. I don't even know if they're mosquito bites. Like they hurt. They're crazy. Um, we have all kinds of citronella and off, and girl, that they did not really do too much. But anyway, it's still been gorgeous. Like right now, pretty bug free, pretty dry, really hot. I'm out here getting as much sun as I can with the least amount of clothes on that I can possibly have without being sighted. So that's the way that I'm living my life, especially since the kids aren't here. But I am dressed, guys, don't worry. But in any case, I want you to know what a blessing you are. I'm meandering because I haven't talked to you guys in a while, but I want you to know what a blessing you are. I want you to know that you offer so much to people, and they will gaslight you and have you thinking that you were the issue, that you were not the blessing, that you were not feeding into their life the way that you were, and you were feeding in endlessly, endlessly, endlessly. And it's just something you need to understand and give yourself credit for and set yourself free from it. And what will happen is people will come into your life and feed you. And what I was talking about with my situation is I definitely made someone feel a lot more valuable than they really ever were to me. They were really very lazy, and I'm not saying that to be mean, guys. There's no more mean in my system left for that situation, but facts are facts, and a lot of you guys can relate. They were incredibly lazy. They didn't want to do the work, and they didn't value me. They thought that I was a piece, and they thought everybody else was great. And the universe has a way of self-correcting things like that. You don't have to scream from the top of the mountain. You don't have to demand your respect. You sit back and you let the universe show them how well they didn't vet whoever they were trying to pit you up against, and it will absolutely crumble, or they'll be miserable, and maybe they'll stay connected to it for the rest of their life, as they should, because of the strife they bought you, meaning they made their choices, right? A lot of you guys think that you know what the word says, like man's rejection is God's protection, right? And a lot of you guys think that in situations where someone didn't quote unquote choose you, or didn't quote unquote decide that you were the person, that you were not done right and it was an injustice. Can I tell you what a blessing it is? Can I tell you from my own perspective and from my own personal experience, not just working with clients, what an incredible blessing it is to have someone who makes a decision. I always say that they go first, right? And they make a decision, and then maybe you finish it for them because they aren't going to live integrally. Because most toxic people or narcissists don't really want to relinquish your energy because it's so juicy, guys. So they don't really want to let you go. They want to have you in tow, but it's like I had a wonderful mentor describe testosterone to me this way. He says, when your testosterone hits, he was trying to explain to me why men date the way they date, and he said he was like, it's like your parts being connected to the back of a Mack truck, and the Mack truck's just dragging you down the road. Like you're very driven by your urges and your energy. And I was like, wow, that's a really powerful imagery. But that's imagery I'll have you transfer for the way that a narcissist or a toxic person would like to drag you along in their life. They would like you connected to the back of their life. They're not tending to you. They don't care about your road rash. They don't care about the fact that you could break things and injure yourself. As long as you're there to be an energy source to fill them up whenever whoever they made a terrible choice about is depleting them. And so the way that you deal with that is you free yourself from them completely, cut yourself off. And then you'll think, oh my gosh, it's terrible. They picked this other person. They were nicer to them than me. Maybe. But then who's going to be nice to you? Everybody. For example, the pontoon ride. These are just little examples. But in my personal life as well, I had I stayed connected and tethered, I would not have been experiencing the love that I am experiencing now to the degree that I am. And I'm just talking about in my personal relationships. I'm not just talking about a nice person at the store that's like, I like your outfit or your makeup. I'm talking about, and those are lovely little sprinkles from the universe too. But I'm talking about the energy of one on ones and besties and connections and new soulmates that are incredible. God has really, like, I cannot tell you, put some people into my life that have the capacity to love me right, and that I'm not having to cajole it out of, that are doing the work with me, as infuriating as it can be sometimes. Meaning, I'm always the one. See, God will heal things with you guys, where I'm always the one with the answers. I'm always the one who's coaching. I'm always the one who's doing that. And God has recently placed someone in my life who it you know what I always talk about with origin stories. The origin story is incredible, but who's been like, okay, so we're gonna work on this because there's an issue here, and I see this, and we can fix this, and we can like elevate it, and I'm not abandoning you, and we're gonna figure this out. And man, when I tell you guys that's the kind of energy I gave out, and I gave it out forever, and thought, oh, this is just my role in life is to only do this. It's really interesting when the roles flip, but the role could flip because I relinquished someone who tried to make me feel like I wasn't it, that I wasn't the sauce and I wasn't the dressing. As we sit here today, as I am here on the lake, enjoying my blessings and the fruits of my labor. This is what my work affords me. I work really hard for moments like this, and I'm going to make more of them. And I promise to take you guys with me at 222. That's a promise. You guys are my partners in this, you know? 222 is an angel number of partnership. It's an angel number of twin flames and soulmates. It's an angel number of connection and love. I love you guys. And I'm going to take you with me for this ride as we go up, because it's not just all the tears that we've cried, and it's not just the people that have left our side. It is about enjoying the level up and the ascension. It's about working hard and using what you've worked for to enjoy a quiet lake day blessing, or Maldives day, in enjoyment, or whatever else. Bora Bora, Fiji, all the things. Maybe a cold place, Reykjavik, the Blue Lagoon. I want to be there, and I want to be there with you. Every place I go, you guys will go. You guys are my emotional besties. So grateful for you. But yeah, God will also send people in your life that are your actual besties, that don't abandon you. I have that. I have a bestie that's like, that reigns supreme. And I've talked to you guys about that because I can't even believe how God blessed me when I let go of something that was utterly devaluing me and utterly worthless, and did not realize what a blessing I was in their life. I don't want you to beat yourself up and not realize that you're that blessing in people's life too. With the new soulmates that are coming in, or this one in particular, it's so easy to recognize, and it's mutually done, and as there's no like begging or fighting to understand it or whatever. We're both excited, delighted. I've never felt more juicily loved. That's what I like to say. I want juicy love, and I want it in every way. You can have juicy love with family, you can have it with friends, you can have it with lovers, you can have it with soulmates, you can have it with spouses. A lot of us relegate it to only one connection, and I think we're missing a lot of blessings. When you love the way that we love, guys, enjoy every blessing. Take it from every direction you can take it. Of course, have your boundaries, but make it the best you can make it. Back to the sauce and the dressing. You are the foundation. You are not just the toppings and the condiments, but my God, what is a good chicken nugget without some barbecue sauce, right? Or for me, that's barbecue. I like a little hot mustard too. But you know, Mickey D's chicken nuggets are not amazing. Also, I can't eat them. They're not gluten free. Real good foods though. If you're gluten free, Real Good Foods has some fantastic chicken nuggets. But and they're kind of low carb too, I think. But guys, listen, you are everything: the fries, the drink, the sauce, the whole situation. And people that were taking you for granted want you to think that you were just, you know, like the paper straw that comes off that's crinkled up and left to the side. That's how they treated you. They treated you like you were not part of anything, of the ensemble, the fries, the meal, the whatever. And that's okay. Now they know fully. That's my favorite part of coaching, is when someone actually leaves. Hi, Bird. And that's a message too. Whenever you hear any audible things, that was a message. When someone actually leaves, they will realize what you gave completely. And they will only realize it when you divest. Thank you, Divestion and the Birds, from their energy. You can't stay and have someone know, thank you. What a blessing you are. You can't stay and have them know what a lesson you were. You have to go and you don't look back. And I tell you that over and over again. The tune will never change. The lesson remains the same. I get the best feedback and letters from people who are like, oh my gosh, they finally put some respect on my name. But they're not going to put respect on your name until you put respect on your name first. And the trees and the wind agree. Know your worth. Know it happily. Know it completely. Know that God has guided you to this video today to hear me. Take in the sound and the lake. Take in the breeze. And think about how good you're going to feel when you set yourself free. Divine Feminine, they needed you. You never needed thee. You are the sauce. You are the dressing. You are the communication. You are the prayer. You are the blessing. You are the whisper in the wind. You are the water that laps the shore. And when you leave, they will be always longing for more. We don't do it for that reason. We do it because it is finally Divine Feminine season, Empress season, Queen of Swords season, High Priestess season, Bitch Fire season. It's not all loud noises and flailing of the arms. Sometimes it's sitting back and enjoying a little northern or southern charm. You are charming, my loves. You have charmed many, and they wanted you to think that your $1,000,000 was only worth a penny. And to that I say, nay, nay, come back never. Try my Divine Feminines never any other day, because they know that they're not just the sauce and the dressing. They are the infinite, always giving, eternal blessing. And so it is. I love you guys. Come back and join me next time. Take in the lake just a little bit more. So many endless, beautiful gifts, thank yous, and opportunities are in store. You deserve that. You gave sacrificially. You gave completely. And now it's a season for you to take in what belongs to thee, my sweet Divine Feminines, my Empresses, my High Priestesses, my Light Workers, my Earth Angels. God sees thee. And so it is. Come back and join me next time, guys, and we will continue to evolve together.